Hey everyone, Neil Carlson here on a Saturday morning. What is it? 8:07 a.m. Nothing in particular going on, just taking a little Northern Valley tour with some errands to run. This morning already I've driven from Detroit Lakes, now going through Crookston, heading to Grand Forks. You can take a look at the roads along the way. Roads are pretty good coming up the valley from the south to north. Although in sheltered areas there's still snow in one of the lanes, and you'll run into ice now and then, but overall pretty good driving conditions this morning. Although, as you've heard by now, the Weather Service saying more winds kicking in today. Later this morning into early afternoon, wind gusts as high as 45 miles an hour in Grand Forks, above 50 miles an hour farther north, and places to the east and west. So another day of poor driving conditions here later on, and it sounds like Sunday it could be a little bit more of the same with a little more snow. So yeah, plenty of winter. Again, nothing in particular going on. Just going to show you the roads, take a look around Grand Forks. As I said, driven up from Detroit Lakes on this Saturday morning, now just leaving Crookston, heading to East Grand Forks, Didn't sound like a lot going on overnight. Had a fire call up in Drayton. It sounded like the truck shop about 5 a.m. No further information on that. Reached out to them. Hope to have an update a bit later. But fire call at the American Crystal plant in Drayton. The initial report was a lot of smoke in the truck shop. So hope to have an update a bit later on that. Again, just pulling out of Crookston here, westbound on Highway 2, sheltered area here, nice and icy. Again, it sounds like wherever you are in the valley, you've got good visibility driving this morning, no problems. However, that wind is supposed to kick up later this morning and start peaking in early afternoon, so got any plans to get out and do some errands and whatnot, now is the time. Most everyone pretty much hunkered in on Friday for that big blow. Well, you're now going to see Highway 2 from Crookston to Grand Forks. If you're thinking about driving, road looks in pretty good shape, except in sheltered areas. You're going to find some ice, scattered ice now and then. So, here we go. Enjoy the drive. outside of Fisher, Minnesota, westbound on Highway 2. Coming up on Fisher, Minnesota, westbound on Highway 2, some 10 miles from East Grand Forks. Again, if you're just joining us, nothing in particular going on. Might have been holed up for the last day or two, riding out in a storm, and another one on the way. Folks, all those snowbirds down in Arizona, Texas, and Florida seem to enjoy watching these videos as they enjoy the warm temperatures and we struggle to get through winter here. The winter that just won't quit. But if you got anywhere to go this morning, good driving conditions. Heading down to the cities or whatever, you have until supposedly early afternoon before the big winds hit. Weather Service says later this morning winds should start to blowing across the northern valley, 45 mile per hour gusts in Forks, 54 and higher north and points east and west. So visibility could go downhill again very quickly early Saturday afternoon. Got the scanner going here too. If anything happens, anything interesting happens, we'll take a look at that. again, for anyone listening out there, just wondering if the audio is coming in okay. Different audio setup here. Just trying to mix and match between things in the vehicle and outside in the wind, and hopefully you're hearing good audio. Give me a thumbs up or it's okay or whatever.
It? Okay, I'll go another mile, and then I got that one by Cops pushed back as far as I could with the truck, and then that other one by the abandoned farmyard, I got that one pushed back. So should be good. I'm gonna whip around here in a run into a hospital and then head back. Everybody should be pretty good.
You're listening to snowplow drivers on the Minnesota side here. That was one up by Oslo right now. Getting the roads cleared up. As you can see, good driving conditions this morning, but high winds expected again late morning, early afternoon.
Yeah, it's important. I'm looking at this forecast. I was going to start at 5 again, but it's supposed to be 25 degrees earlier, and it's going to be wet shit. Winter. I'm contemplating 4 o'clock. I guess it'll be fine if you guys want.
Alright, pulling into East Grand Forks off of Highway 2, Business 2. Roads are in good driving condition. Highway 2 between East Grand Forks and Crookston. Usually one of the worst spots almost instantly when the winds pick up, which they're again expected to do later this morning and reach peaks around early afternoon according to the Weather Service. For Grand Forks, wind gusts of 45 miles per hour forecast, which will again cause driving problems out in open areas.
Like the Evansville Abuser forward.
Coming up to Joe's Diner here on the right. Joe Bushaw, go-getter, 20-something-year-old entrepreneur. Saw a post this morning. He also has a Joe's Diner open in downtown Crookston, the old Eagle Drug Building. And a recent post on Facebook, he says he's going to be open 24/7 beginning March 1st. So kind of a nice addition to downtown Crookston, Joe's Diner in the old Eagle Drug Building right downtown. And it'll be open 24 hours a day beginning March 1st. And as you can see, streets around town are ice covered. But you can actually see today. But that's expected to change a bit later when the winds pick up.
But you could use one more with the wing out there.
And we'll slide through downtown East Grand Forks on Demers Avenue. And up here on the right, River Cinema 15, the old Riverwalk Mall in East Grand Forks. Sad news here this past week. Bob Moore, the guy who started all that, passed away unexpectedly. But the business will continue with his children running it. Kind of changed the way movie theaters operated in Grand Forks. Basically, watch a movie any time of day and kind of lowered the price and turned into a very popular deal, which will continue. And here's the much talked about Sorley Bridge, going over the Red River into downtown Grand Forks. For those of you listening, all over the country, here's downtown Grand Forks. We'll go up and down three of the main drags down here. Maybe you went to school here years ago. Haven't seen much of this town since then. It's changed a lot. We'll go up 3rd Street here. Kind of lined with bars and restaurants now. On the left, Chamber of Commerce on the right, Up Bar there on the left. University Avenue. We'll go up to UND in a bit here. We'll do a couple more streets downtown. You can look around. For some of you folks who never get out of the house, there's your chance to look around town. down the Lions Auto Parts store. I'm going to get pulled around here. I'll give you a quick shot of that. That business had been in business for over 100 years, now being torn down. Guess I'm not up to speed on exactly what's being planned for that lot. Try to get some information on that and update here later today. Grand Forks Central High School on the right here. Street, just went over to Mers Avenue. I'll take a left on Kitson and come back up on the south side of 3rd Street. You can see Grand Forks County Office Building right there. Coming up on 3rd Street again here, toward Mers Avenue. And we'll go down to Mers, down to 5th Street, and up to University, go through UND. Avenue again, going through downtown. Empire Theater on the left there, and just beyond it is the Harry's Steakhouse. Popular eating spot. It's a new Hugo's store downtown here in the corner. Apartments above it. And the west side of Central High School, going up 5th Street. And we'll go down University Avenue here, out towards UND. Toward, I should say. Hard to believe, but towards with an S is not a word. Apartments here on the left all the way along University, coming up to the Red Pepper. Saturday morning. And going over North Washington Street, continuing west on University. Again, if you're just joining us, Neil Carlson, you're just driving around Grand Forks. Nothing in particular going on. We have the scanner going. If something happens, we'll check it out. But some folks that haven't been out of the house for a while. Another blizzard yesterday and more bad weather on the way later on this Saturday morning into early afternoon. Wind's supposed to pick up again. More of the same on Sunday. Yahoo! Union on the left here.
Okay. Hold 50, 32, 10-2. 10-2. Good blade here, back and forth.
Coming up to the Chester Fritz Auditorium on the left and the Wilkerson complex here on the right. Dining and the dorms behind it. Big changes here, right past the Wilkerson dining hall on the left here. West and McVeigh dorms have been torn down, and they're building a new residence halls here. Feature a big courtyard in the middle of it. And we'll take a Stanford
Yeah.
Road. And here's the new dorms going up here. The spot where McVeigh and West Dorms were.
Here we go.
North on Stanford Road. It's Simplot ahead of us. French fry, different kinds of potato processing. And it used to be on the right here, now full of cranes for sale, was the home of Frenchies. Every UND graduate went to Frenchies. It's been gone for a while now. And coming up to Gateway Drive, Highway 2, that goes east and west through Grand Forks, East Grand Forks. We're headed back to the east. And we'll go down to Washington Street. And go south out there.
Penford, 723 South 75th Street, Sleepy is in boy for open lane 911 call.
Well, not real new. That's a new UND Medical School on the right, the big building there. going south on Washington Street. We're going to cross over University Avenue again. I just took you through the UND campus we did a bit ago. University Avenue will cross over going south on Washington. Coming up to Avenue, which goes through downtown, which we were just on down there. It's been a quiet morning as far as any fires, accidents, and such. Starting to get some traffic out on the streets. People holed up again yesterday as another blizzard blew through. You have things to do this morning. Should be in pretty good shape. Weather Service says winds will start late morning and peak early afternoon, so you got some time to get out and about if you got things to do. Where are we? It says, well, yeah, we're in Grand Forks, North Dakota, if you're just joining us. Just driving around, nothing in particular going on. Well, we'll go back down Washington Street and into downtown Grand Forks and wrap her up there. Got a few errands to do. If anything happens today, we'll keep you up to date. iNewZ has now more and more cameras in different towns around the region, so much of the time we can quickly bring you video from the scene of all kinds of events.
clear past Marcoux, correct?
No, I didn't go west, so I couldn't tell you what's out there. The only spot where anything.
That was more snowplow drivers out east of Crookston. And as you saw earlier, roads are in good driving shape. But again, as I said, with the wind coming up later today, you could have visibility problems once again. And the weather service saying the same thing for Sunday. High winds and maybe a little more snow on Sunday.
Okay, yeah, I'll go past the landfill.
And we're going north on Washington Street, 14th Avenue,
Down there.
13th Avenue, coming up. Hey, we're going to turn down on iNewZ Avenue, go through downtown Grand Forks, and wrap it up for this Saturday morning. Hey, you're going over the iNewZ Avenue overpass over the railroad tracks going into downtown Grand Forks, North Dakota. And we're about back where we started from, so we'll wrap it up from here. Stick with iNewZ.tv. Today we'll bring you any happenings as they occur. I'm Neil Carlson reporting.